Hey everyone, welcome to a Christmassy episode of Alpha Creepypasta, where we told you that we'd be having some videos coming out soon, and here's one right now. Coming straight off of that, the two masterpiece videos of my Undertale animation, and
Dasher and Dancer.
Dasher and Dancer.
Which will never be named
We're going
again.
to continue the holiday spirit with two creepypastas that are based off of Santa Claus. The first one is on Wattpad.
Everyone's favorite.
So get ready. This one's called the Santa Claus Theory. You've all heard the childhood story of the big guy. What big guy?
Yeah, John the sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same thing, right?
His telltale red suit and... I like the game company.
That's
His
the
telltale red suit and hat, along with his big jolly belly full of cookies, milk, and happiness.
You know his belly
Nothing
was
else.
jolly.
The presents he leaves are full of pure Christmas spirit packaged with love by his merry little elves.
Don't say it like that.
Everyone loves old Nicky. You know, if someone doesn't know like what Santa is, they'd have no clue what's going on at this point. Like, who's Nicky? There's not 1 ounce of evil in his big, happy body. Or so you think. You might be thinking to yourself, Santa's so jolly and fresh. How could there be anything evil about him?
He just came
straight out of Compton.
Fresh, yo.
He's got the
2013.
He's got the fresh beats coming out of Dr. Dre's mouth. Well, I'll tell you. I'll give it real and straight.
Real
Just
straight.
like Dr. Dre. There's things behind that...
Yeah.
There's things behind that kringle that you could begin to imagine.
Oh my. Real straight.
Underneath that big red hat lies abominable hair. Abominable thoughts beyond our comprehension. That big belly you know and love.
I don't love Santa's belly,
Filled
okay?
with the flesh of his victims. That Santa Claus is a bad, bad man. If you can even call him human.
Oh.
Santa and his elves are a maniacal organization of evil masterminds.
They're Spectre.
They have been plotting the downfall of mankind as long as Santa's beard is silver.
It's not a sentence.
So they've been plotting for as long as the color silver.
What?
His elves, or grotesque cannibals as they really are,
Fantastic.
feast on the small children that get up to take a peek at Santa. Every so often, the elves sabotage the toys so that they come to life in the middle of the night and attack everyone in the household. Santa then enters through the chimney and then stuffs the bodies into his sack.
Fantastic. And only every so often, apparently, so it's not very common.
Yeah, get rid of the evidence. Once Santa's collected a sufficient amount, he returns to his sinister outpost at the North Pole.
Oh, sinister.
The elves open the victims and ravenously devour the innards. Each elf is supplied with one victim. 2 if they had a good year.
Oh, nice.
Santa feasts on a whopping 20 to 30 victims each day, giving his belly its notorious round shape.
Actually, he'd probably die.
Yeah. The houses Santa decides to strike in are unpredictable. He attacks wherever he pleases, be it the Netherlands, Somalia, or your very neighborhood.
Why do you say Somalia of all places?
Why not, like, Swaziland or whatever?
You could say any other place.
Luxembourg. The presents Santa leaves look. That's really weirdly worded.
Okay.
Just like any other present from the outside, within the tinsel and wrapping paper contain deviant instruments of torture and death.
Deviant instruments.
The next time you see a present beneath your tree with unfamiliar wrapping paper, beware. It could be the sign of the Santa Claus.
But familiar wrapping paper. Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Wow, that's amazing.
They just want you to log in for some reason.
Okay.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was really bad. Let's move on to our next story. Well, there's no comments, by the way. There's 11 views on it, actually.
Oh yeah, and I'm
one,
pretty sure I'm 3 of those, so.
This one is called Santa's Sleigh. There was once a young boy called Thomas,
Thomas Simple.
who, like many children, was very much in love with Valerie. Valerie Hudson. We knew that. Very much in love with the idea of Santa Claus and his magical band of reindeer pulling a sleigh full of toys.
They had a band.
Through the skies on Christmas Eve. Little did he know that the stomach of Santa was filled with the flesh of his enemies.
Yeah. I just want to hear this reindeer band, man.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Thrash Death.
Thrash metal.
Thomas's parents were happy to pander to Thomas's
That
fantasies.
makes it sound weird.
Ooh. It was part of the magic of Christmas, after all.
Oh, boy.
And
No.
thus, when Thomas ran into their room, he's gender fluid, one Christmas Eve, calling, "Mommy! Daddy! Santa's here!" They thought nothing of it and told Thomas to go back to sleep and wait till morning. Thomas couldn't be convinced, however, and kept tugging and pulling on the sheets until at last his mother got up. "Listen! He's on the roof now!" Thomas said with glee.
That was glee.
Thomas's father was about to comment when, to his shock, he heard a trump. No, I'm just kidding. A thump thump sound. Something was on the roof. Instantly losing his Christmas cheer, Thomas's father awoke his wife, and but he already talked to his mom.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's really messed up.
I don't know.
Thomas's father awoke his wife and went down to go see their mom.
No. Wait, what? Did you skip a line?
No, I'm just kidding. Thomas's father awoke his wife and instructed her to watch Thomas. "Watch Thomas, woman!" This is really dark. Like, it's accidentally really dark.
Like, pandering to his fantasies.
And, like,
We need to go into detail.
We've got this weird household with, like, I don't even get it. Thomas was most unhappy. But his mother comforted him, informing him there was probably a raccoon or other small animal, and that Daddy had to check. Then Daddy's wife showed up. Thomas, however, replied,
"Small animal."
"But Mommy, I told you, it's Santa." Thomas's mother simply jumped as the thump thump
She
sound
speaks in
round
like a weird Morse code.
Just
A short jump indicates A.
It sounded awfully big for a raccoon. She called out to her husband, but he told her everything was fine as he went downstairs with a knife. As he went downstairs with a flashlight. The sound of the downstairs door opening signaled Thomas's father going outside, and it didn't take long for him to rush back inside, his face as pale as the moon. Face as pale as the snow outside. He motioned to his wife and son desperately as his eyes looked wide with horror.
It's coming down the chimney. I swear to God, get up. We have to.
It was Jack Skellington. Suddenly, the sound of crashing from downstairs made Thomas's mother cry out in fear. She leaped out of bed.
Wait, she never
This,
got up?
proves it. Is Thomas's mother different from his father's wife? Because, like, one is jumping. The other one is in bed. It's like, what?
How do you jump in bed?
Oh, she leaped.
Did she, like, jump on?
I don't know. Thomas, finding himself lifted up as his father grabbed a nearby lamp.
You had a flashlight.
Wait, is Thomas the lamp? Because he found himself lifted up after his father grabbed a lamp.
No, but you already grabbed a flashlight.
Yeah, this one's gonna come unplugged. He's gonna, like, walk and go, "Oh!" and fall over because it's still plugged into the wall.
Into the hall.
So Thomas, finding himself lifted up as his father grabbed a nearby lamp and headed out into the hall along with the others.
Who are the others? There's no one else in this story.
I told you. We have Thomas, Thomas's father, Thomas's mom, and Thomas's father's wife.
No, but Thomas's mom's in bed, and Thomas is the lamp, so... Or maybe...
But Daddy! It's Santa! Thomas gasped. Not understanding why his mother and father and wife were getting so scared.
Well, his mother's still in bed, so
Neither
she can't
his
be that
mother or
scared.
father answered as they made their way down the stairs towards the open front door. As they fled outside, Thomas glanced briefly at the open door leading to their main living room, which had an open fireplace. The view was brief, but what he saw made his eyes grow wide.
They grew several...
Just Christian, right now I want in the editing, I want you to put the little footage from the Christmas special with
Yeah.
all
the way down. That?
Yeah, like...
She fell from a cliff, Mommy, Daddy. All the way down.
Shock.
A large figure dressed in red stood in the room, covered in soot and examining the Christmas tree. It was Santa Claus.
No.
Swaying from side to side as if drunk. Oh no, it actually might be Jack Skellington. The figure began to turn as the family fled the house and made a grunting sound. The family fled the house and made a grunting sound. They all left the house. Ooh!
Oh, Thomas left too, I guess.
Oh, okay. Thomas fled the house. Thomas and his family fled the house and made a grunting sound, a large bushy beard, and angry eyes. They created a bushy beard.
This is written amazing. It's beautiful.
A large, bushy bearded, angry eyes were the last Thomas saw before his mother slammed the front door shut behind her and ran into the night.
Why are we running from Santa?
Thomas wondered to himself, his parents rushing to a neighbor's home. Asterisk.
That's how you do transitions.
When authorities arrived at the Weathers' home, they found themselves in a confrontation with an aggressive and drunken man who had forced himself into the home by dead of night. They were startled by his
How did he get in the chimney?
but also how he managed to slide himself down the chimney to enter the home, risking certain death had he got stuck.
No.
Most disturbing was how the man, who had tried to bite an officer's ear off before being restrained, was dressed. It wasn't until later that they found the man had stolen a Santa suit from a local charity worker who had been mugged and stripped of his clothing before left in an alley.
Thanks for
It would
that.
seem the Weathers were picked at random, and authorities all agreed it was lucky that the family made it out without injury. Although Thomas never knew until much later in his childhood sense of wonder about Santa and his sleigh may well have saved his life. No! Santa and his sleigh almost killed the kid! He's like, we can't leave his Santa!
Wait. Was his sleigh even in the story?
No!
Has this been brought up before?
Read the comments. When I first read this, I thought it was going to be one of those humanoid creatures instead of what they think, you know? That cliche.
Ah.
Instead, we're going to use the, true stories cliche. Sorry to be that guy, but there's one thing about this that makes this story virtually impossible. A full-grown man in a Santa costume will not be able to drop himself down a chimney, especially if he's drunk and violent. How did he get in the roof in such a state? Anyway, I know Realism has little place in horror. Not true. But you have to remember, audiences these days are going to ask more questions. Disbelief is slowly dying. That's the opposite of what you just said.
Audiences are going to ask more questions. Scroll down. Wow.
Listen to what this guy said. He disproved what he just said. People are going to ask more questions. Disbelief is slowly dying. That's exactly what you're not saying, buddy. As people are being taught on the whole to question things more. Even creepypastas.
Oh.
This guy gets it, but he's also kind of dumb. Thanks, Silent Honors Dark.
Wow.
Anyway, that looks funny.
Failed rituals. Is that a butter stick?
I want to see if the Cold Testament is a good story. And if not, we'll end it here.
Yeah, it probably is. Happy.
Anyway, yeah, so thanks for listening to today's episode of All Creepypasta. There'll probably be more Christmas related coming up in the next week or so. After Star Wars comes out. That'll be pretty cool. Anyway, so like, comment, and subscribe to my videos for more content. By the way, thanks for over 700 subscribers. And I've gained like 200 in the last 2 months, and I can't even believe how awesome it's been. So, thanks guys. Keep watching my videos. Enjoy my videos. And subscribe if you want to. I mean, I'm not forcing you, but if you want to subscribe, go ahead.
I will force you.
One more thing.
Yes.
This channel's gonna be branching out a little bit. The awful creepypastas are still probably gonna come out at usually like normally, but I'm also gonna be doing things like I might be doing like dubs of things with friends, and that's like, I mean, you guys don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but I'd like it. And my friend and I and another friend, Eric, who's actually been an awful creepypasta, we're gonna be starting a gaming channel at some point soon. It's gonna be separate from this. But some of the videos might be posted on here to just get a couple views out and like recommend some subscribing to the other channel. So we just didn't want to pollute this channel with like daily gaming vids.
Daily gaming vids.
But yeah, so you guys should. So everyone just
4 videos a day.
Yeah, just get ready, everyone, for this awesome month. I guess just have a good Christmas, and we're gonna come back with some videos pretty soon. So once again, guys, have a good day, and the best things always happen with Snarf. What are you guys still doing here? The awful creepypasta's over.